Hello, everyone. My name is Susan. I'm with Emerald Expressions Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I appreciate you being here. This is going to be a pick-a-card reading, and we're going to use the two decks that I'm going to use are Lightseers and the Muse deck. Both of these are beautiful decks. They're both by Chris Ann, if you're interested in there. I got them on Amazon. But anyway, let's get to it. So this is going to be for all signs, and like I said, it's going to be a love reading, and I think everything you need to know is going to be in the description box. I do have spots for a few personal readings, not a whole lot, but I can try to get them done for you within like 3 or 4 days if you email me. My email is in the description. But if you pick the Lightseers, let's see what we have for you. I'm going to pick some cards for you and some cards for the person that you're dealing with, and then a few cards for the connection. Let's see what we have, Spirit. This is going to be a love reading for the collective, and it's timeless, but I am recording it on New Year's Day 2021. Happy New Year, everyone. And gosh, these cards really want to talk. They're falling out everywhere. Good grief. One more time. Okay, now we're ready. Okay, so let's do 3 cards for you. Hopefully you can see that. Let's do 3 cards for them. And I don't want to do reversals in this reading. Oh, okay. And 3 cards for the connection between the two of you. All right. In the bottom of the deck, we've got the 5 of Pentacles. So I don't know if one of you is feeling left out in the cold, perhaps. I don't know. I like to see the 5 of Pentacles a couple different ways. Yes, it's about feeling left out in the cold, but it's also about realizing that if she just looked up and paid attention to her surroundings, she would realize that she is outside of a church. So she could go inside, possibly get food and warmth and, comfort, all kinds of things, but she's just not paying attention. So that's kind of how I see that card, both ways. I'm not sure which one is relevant here, but let's see. All right, so on your side, you've got the 10 of Cups, the 6 of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. So that tells me that you have been paying attention to your intuition. You have been giving and taking in the relationship with this other person. You have a lot of wishes and dreams for this relationship. 10 of Cups, that's like the ultimate family card, happiness, possible marriage, commitment, the whole 9 yards. So you've got high hopes for this connection. The High Priestess may be saying go within and make sure that you're not, that this is not, that you haven't built up a fantasy in your mind, and that might be why you are feeling a little bit left out in the cold. Because a lot of times we build up all these fantasies in our head, and they're not based on reality. The person can't live up to what you've built in your mind. So make sure you're paying attention to your intuition. On their side, they've got the 5 of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Devil. So this person, the Hierophant, I know I said I wasn't going to take reversals, but it did come out in reverse. So this person could have some toxic tendencies. The Hierophant in reverse is kind of like a rule breaker, someone who doesn't pay attention to norms. They may be a commitment phobe because the Hierophant is the marriage card, but in reverse, it might mean that this person is not really on the same page that you're on. They've also got the Five of Wands, which is sort of like a chaos card. But I also see it as the builder, because you could look at this as, a whole lot of chaos, no one really knowing what they're doing. But it's also, they could be building something that they just don't, excuse me, they just don't have it organized. They're not organized with it. They've got a lot of ideas, but maybe they're all going in different directions with their ideas, and with no plan, nothing can really be built. So that's what this person is not on the same page with you. They've got chaotic ideas. They're not really thinking about commitment, and they could have some toxic tendencies with the Devil card. The connection, you've got the Four of Swords, you've got the Page of Wands, and you've got the Ten of Wands. So not a whole lot is happening. The Four of Wands, the Four of Swords is about rest and recovery. Excuse me, it's barricading yourself in, maybe with your thoughts, and not really doing anything, not making any moves. But then we've got the Page of Wands, which is usually a message coming in, or someone bringing you a message. And we've got the Ten of Wands, which is usually about completion, or, someone, it's kind of like the end of a journey. So overall, just doesn't look like y'all are on the same page. Everything is kind of chaotic. Someone could be walking away. Someone could be hibernating in their nest, and just not facing any of this. I don't know if it's you or you're the person that you're dealing with, but kind of, maybe they're contemplating just being done with this because you're definitely not on the same page. But you have don't give up your dreams, because these dreams that you have, if you can't make them happen with this person that you're dealing with, someone new is going to be coming in for you. That's what I would say. Let me see what the universe has. 3 cards, please, for advice going forward for card number 1. We've got Death, the Scorpio card. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. And we've got the Six of Swords, and we've got the Hangman. So yeah, your advice is the Scorpio card, the Death card, is about a transformation or a new cycle. You've got the Six of Swords, which is about moving on, excuse me, into calmer shore, taking yourself out of chaos into calmer shores. The Hanged Man is don't do anything, just contemplate. This person is gaining clarity on the situation. They're not taking any action until they can figure out exactly what's going on. And I think that's what you need to do here. So that's what I have for card 1. If you pick the Lightseer's deck, let's see what we have with the Muse. I know that wasn't that great of a read. I mean, it wasn't a real promising if you're dealing with somebody and you were hoping that it was going to be a commitment or a marriage. Sometimes say, I'm sorry. Maybe it's not, but you never know. Let's see what the Muse deck has for our collective today. This is a love reading for early 2021 spirit for people who picked the Muse, and we're ready. So we got 3 cards for you. I love this deck too. We've got 3 cards for your person. And we've got 3 cards for the connection. Okay, and the bottom of the deck, got the Ace of Pentacles. And it's the Ace of Materials, but it's the same thing as the Ace of Pentacles. So this is like a new opportunity. It can be, normally it might be in, you know, a career, but it also pertains to love. It's a new offer coming in for you. Okay, so on your side, we have the Knight of Cups, which in this deck, it's the Knight of Emotions. We have the Moon, which is, I love that card. And we have the 8 of Swords, 8 of Voices, which is 8 of Swords. So this is for you. So it looks like you possibly could be, this is about being in a prison of your own thoughts, feeling like you can't do anything or break loose, but it's temporary. And usually if you just take that blindfold off, you're going to realize that you've put yourself in that prison, that it's not really true. But it does look like with the Moon card, there might be some secrets that you're keeping. The Knight of Emotions, that's the Knight of Cups. That is an action card. So it looks like you might be paralyzed to take action because you're worried, you're tied up in your thoughts about possible secrets, or you don't trust something, or your intuition, you're trying to get access to your intuition about this connection. On their side, we've got the Muse of Voices, which that's the King of Swords. So that's somebody who is definitely sitting in their truth, their power, a powerful person. We've also got the 3 of Swords, which is on this is the heartbreak card. On most decks, you'll see the heart with the 3 swords in it. It's a little bit different on this one, but it's still the same thing. So your person has been through some pain, and they're ready to talk about it. They also got the Page of Voices, which is the Knight of Swords in most decks. So that's a fast-moving energy. Your person is all caught up in thoughts because all they have is swords cards. They've had heartbreak. They're just blunt about telling you about it. They're not going to have that much emotion because they're closed off. And the Page of Voices, they may be watching you. That card kind of tells me something about someone who is watching you, possibly online. Maybe they're stalking your social media or something. The connection, we've got the 5 of Inspiration, which again, that's the 5 of Wands. That's kind of chaos, ideas going all over the place. It could be about building, but there's no real plan, and it's not really effective. You've got the 7 of Inspiration, which is the 7 of Wands, which is about staying your ground, and possibly being defensive, closing out, building a wall around yourself to stand your ground and stay defensive. You also got the Knight of Swords, which is fast moving. So what do I think about this? I feel like you're both kind of in your head. You're over here worried about possible secrets, and you're afraid to take any action. They've been hurt before, they're not very emotional. They're standing in their truth, but the King of Swords is kind of cold and kind of harsh, kind of blunt. And they may also be watching you because maybe they don't really trust you either. And then, so what you're doing is you've got ideas about the connection, but there's no plan. It's all over the place. It's chaotic. One or both of you is walled yourself off and you're being defensive, and there's not much action happening. Let's see what we have from the universe for you. Maybe we can get some advice for the people who picked the Muse deck, Spirit, please. We've got the Page of Inspiration, which is the Page of Wands. We've got the Page of Pentacles. And we've got the Queen of Cups. So it looks like something new is coming in for you. You got the two pages. In this deck, it's the Page of Inspiration, the Page of Materials. That is Wands and Pentacles. That's both about new offers. And then you have the Queen of Cups, which is, I feel like you. So you're standing in your power. And you possibly got some new things coming in. It looks like that is what I have for you if you pick the Muse deck. So, again, thank you so much for watching. Happy New Year. And I will see you next time. Thank you.